Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing Laura Bohanon's Shakespeare in the Witch. I will share my reflection on how it addresses culture and perception, as well as some of the things we discussed in class. Let's dive in. First, a brief summary of what this article is about. Bohannon is an anthropology student who travels to the Tiff tribe in West Africa and takes with her a copy of the Hamlet. She's convinced that Shakespeare's tragedy has universal themes that anyone can understand, while Bohannon is visiting this rainy season of beer, drinking, and storytelling. Bohannon attempts to tell the plot of the Hamlet to the Tiff elders. However, the Tiff elders constantly undermine Bohannon's story, retelling pieces of the plot through their cultural formulation. The Tiff reinterpret Hamlet into something much more strangely, such as the Tiff not thinking of the ghost and the ghost at all, but simply of the omen of the witch. Or the Tiff thinking Claudius upon marrying Gertrude was proper cultural custom. Or the Tiff blaming witchcraft or for ghosts for madness, drowning, and murder. The point of Bohannon wants to present is stories and meanings are not transcendently interpreted, they only exist through cultural worldviews. This article demonstrates nicely how worldviews influence the interpretation of cultural meanings. Worldwide acts as a filter through which we view reality, consisting of an array of cognitive beliefs, affective feelings, and evaluative judgment. Because the Tiff have collectivist beliefs and the elders are highly represented, Hamlet's actions such as scolding his mother or consulting elders seem foolish, if not impossible. When the ghosts appear, the Tiff reinterpret the apparition as an omen from a witch and not a supernatural being, because their beliefs do not contain the concept of individuated spirits once death occurs. Bohannon is perspective of universal understanding. The worldview of the Tiff will ultimately rub off in their adaptation of the tragedy, focusing instead on witchcraft and the importance of acting properly as a chief point to the extent of which worldviews affect what we perceive as a normal in storytelling or interaction. Also, there is an ethnocentric bias present in this article. Bohannon begins with an explicit bias. She presumes that human nature is universal and that the themes of Hamlet plots are self-evident to all